Are we doing 5.2? Are we continuing 5.2? What?
I think it's still in that section. Okay. Hello everyone. Good afternoon.
Still 5.1.
Yes. So we're going to continue chapter. That can blind people.
It's okay. We clearly know I'm a dancer, not a softball player.
Next time I will teach you.
Okay.
Do you have any questions? Okay, so we are going to continue chapter 5 and we are going to use different methods to factor polynomial. Last time we talked about polynomial. Okay? So now we are going to, I remember I showed you these formulas. So I think after this one you stop, okay? 2 times 80, right?
Yes.
So now I will solve some example just as a review. Okay, review. I remember I told you I need one whole page for all the formula, and I remember. Correct?
I remember because I have it.
Yeah, I told you to write this down, and then we are going to add more formulas from now on for this chapter. Okay, so one of the formulas says if we have, let's solve this one. 7x minus 2y multiplies to 7x plus 2y. If we have 2 binomial, do you remember what was binomial? Binomial is a polynomial with 2 terms, correct?
Yes.
So if we have a binomial, multiply another binomial, and as you see, the first term is equal to the first term of this one, second term equal to the second term, and the only difference is positive and negative between them, correct? So what you do, you use the formula first term power 2 minus the second term power 2. So the first term is 7x power 2 minus the second term is 2y power 2. Correct? Okay, so 7x power 2 is 7 multiplied 7 is 49. X multiply x, we have x power 2 minus 2 multiplied 2 is 4. Y power 2 is y squared. Right? So this was one of the formula. We use that to solve this kind of multiplication. So when you have this easy formula, why you should use FOIL? Right? FOIL has 4 multiplication, correct? But this one has just 2 terms, and you are kind of squaring each term. Okay, so that was one of the formula we used last time, and then we are going to use the other 2 formulas.
So that would be our answer.
Yes. One formula says if we have a binomial like 4u plus 5v power 2, we can use this method. A plus b power 2 which is the first term plus the second term, power 2, equal to a squared b squared. Between these two, we have 2 multiply. A multiplies to b. Means 2 multiply the first term, multiply the second term. Okay? So now I'm going to use this. The first term is 4u. 4u power 2 plus 2 multiplies to the first term, multiplies to the second term, plus the second term, power 2, right? I just replaced all the terms I have in this formula. That's it. So it will be 4 power 2 is 16. U power 2 is u squared, right? Plus 2 times 4 times 5 is 2 multiply 20.
40v.
40 uv.
Oh, I mean u.
Okay? Because 4 multiply 5 is 20. 20 multiplies 2. 2 is 40. 40 u multiplies to v plus 5 power 2 is 25. V power 2 is okay. Okay. So now we have a binomial. You have negative sign between these two terms, and then whole binomial power 2. Okay? I'm going to use this. A minus b power 2, right? First term minus the second term, power 2, equal to a squared b squared. Now between these two, we have negative 2 times ab. It's different from this one. Why? Because for this one we have positive between them. For this one we have negative between them. Right? So now we can replace them. For, look, this is the first term. This is the second term, correct? Let's say this one is A, this one is B. Okay. Instead of a, 7x squared power 2. Okay. Then minus 2 times 7x power 2 multiplies to the second term is 3y squared plus instead of b 3y squared power 2. Right? Now we should continue. The first term is 7x squared power 2. Means this square is for this one and this one, both of them. 7 squared is 49, right? 49. X squared power 2 is, it means x squared multiply x squared means multiply itself. So we have x power 4, right? So x power 4 minus. So now we have 2 multiply 7 multiply 3, 21 multiply 2, right? Because 7 multiply 3 is 21. 21 multiply 2 is 40.
42.
6. 21 multiply 2.
40, 20, 40, 20, 42.
42.
Hold on. Let me just,
What?
let me calculate.
Don't calculate. No calculator.
No
Don't use calculator. 21 multiplies to 2.
2.
42.
42. That's what I
Right?
said.
So you don't need calculator for such a thing. These are all even numbers. I mean, multiply to 2 is easy. So Okay, but we have 42 x square multiply y square is x square multiply y square, right? And then we have plus 3 multiply 3 is 9, or 3 square. Y power 4, right? So this was just a review because you had this before. I showed you this. Okay. So I know some of you are saying, okay, 4u plus 5b multiply 4u plus 5b, and you can use FOIL. No, I didn't ask you to use FOIL. I'm showing you formula so you can replace it. This is not something difficult to memorize, just, you know, and you don't have to memorize, just use the formula, replace everything, and see how you can use this. Why I am asking you to use formula? Because later we have to go from this side to other side. So if you use FOIL over and over, I cannot, you know, go through this. I cannot use this side to go to the other side and teach you the other section. So I want you to understand this and use this. Any question? So let's see what else we have. So what we are doing, we are factoring a polynomial. We are factoring a polynomial. These are all the tools to factor a polynomial. Okay, so let's do this. So this one, in this example, says if you have a monomial is just one term, okay? Do you remember? We can multiply the monomial to other polynomial, but we should be careful because this monomial will multiply to the first one, to the second one, to the third one, to the last one. Means we are distributing the monomial, correct, to all the terms inside the patterns. So that should be something easy for you. So, and binomial to binomial, you already have like FOIL also. And if it's following this formula, you should use the formula, correct? So now let's do this. Trinomial multiplies to what?
Binomial.
Binomial, okay? So we have 4y squared minus 2x plus 3 multiplies to negative 3x plus 4. This one.
Is that 4 or 1?
4x squared. 4x squared. So try it on your own first. I give you 2 to 3 minutes. Try it. Okay? Try it. You are going to distribute the first parenthesis to the second one, right? 4x squared minus 2x plus 3 multiplies to negative 3x plus 4. Try it. Try to solve it. you're just distributing, right?
I think I did it. I don't know.
Okay, so you are multiplying these 3 terms to these 2 terms, right? So how many terms you should have after you multiply them?
3,
6.
6.
Before simplifying, before combining, right? So how 3 multiplies to 2, 3 terms multiplies to 2 terms give you 6 terms. So you should have 6 terms. So let's say first time you multiply all these parentheses to the first term, correct? And then second time you multiply all the parentheses to the second term. So let's make it more easier to understand. Correct? Am I doing right?
Yes.
Plus. Again, this parenthesis multiplies to 4, right? Is that correct? Okay, so now you have 3 terms here. Each of them are going to multiply to this 3x, right? And then here also the same thing, right? So now I will multiply 4x squared to negative 3x. Then I have negative 2x multiply negative 3x. Then I have 3 multiply negative 3x. Okay, we are done with this part. This one, 4x squared multiply to 4, right? Plus negative 2x multiplies to 4 plus 3 multiplies to 4, right? Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are correct. So now 4 multiply 3. Actually 4 multiply negative 3 is negative 12. X squared multiply x is
To the
x power 3.
plus 6x.
Am I right?
Plus 6x squared.
Plus 6x power 2, right? Minus 9x, right? Plus, now we are here. 16x power 2 minus this one multiply this one 8x plus, right?
Plus 12.
Shall we continue? So what should we do now?
Combine my terms.
Combine the like terms. Like terms. This one is like term for this one. This one is like term for this one, right? So this one is alone. Correct? This one and this one together gives us 22
X squared.
x squared. Negative 9x minus 8x
Squared. No, squared. Oh yeah.
plus 12. Are we done?
Yes.
So, no. Any question? Okay, so this is the multiplication of trinomial to a binomial. Okay, so now we want to divide a polynomial by a monomial. Means we have different terms, either 2 terms, 3 terms, 4 terms, divided. We want to divide that by just one term, monomial. So let's see what is the example. We have 15x power 3 minus 10x power 2 plus 40x divided by 5x. So here we have a trinomial. We want to divide this by monomial. So what we should do? We should divide each term by this one, 5x, exactly. This one by this one, this one by this one. So I can write it down in this way, like fraction, correct? Minus 10x squared, 5x plus 40x divided by 5x. So because it was already, instead of this, we could write down 5x, right? And if we write it down in this form, we can easily see that first term divided by this one, second term divided by this one, the third term divided by 5x. So now, let's see what we have here. So, 5x, 15x.
3x squared.
So we can write down this one is 3 multiplied 5 x squared, 3 multiplied to 5 x squared multiplies to x, right? And then we are canceling this one and this one, 5 and this one, right? What remains? On the numerator, we have 3x squared. And then denominator, let's say 1. Later, we can just easily ignore 1 and just write it down in, like, write the 3x alone. And then negative. So now you know 10 divided by 5 is 2, correct? X squared divided by x is 2x, right? And then 40 divided by 5 is 8. 8 over 1.
Or just 8. Oh, yeah.
And then the answer is, let's ignore, remove all the 1. We have this as a final answer.
So on that last one, how come you wouldn't put 8x? This is canceled.
Oh, yes. Okay. Do you have question? So now, maybe this one is the difficult part, but actually it's not that difficult. It will be kind of following a pattern. Okay, so put this away. We want to divide a trinomial by a binomial, correct? There are two different methods. One is long division, another is synthetic method. So we are going to start with long division. So if we have a trinomial like 6x squared plus 17x plus 12, we want to divide this by a binomial 2x plus 3. Let's write it down in long division form. So we have divisor here, dividend here, quotient or answer goes here. Okay? So we are dividing a trinomial by a binomial using long division. So first we write it down in this. Now, start with the first term of dividend and divide this by the first term of divisor. So the first step, 6x squared divided by 2x. What is the answer?
3x. 3x.
Okay. Answer goes here. Okay. Now, the second step. You will multiply your answer by a divisor, which is 2x plus 3. So this is divisor, right? 2x plus 3. So you're multiplying this 3x to this binomial, okay? So now let's see what we have. We have 6x squared plus
9x.
9x. This one goes here. 6x squared plus 9x. Okay. So now I want to subtract this from this one. So I will make it like this. It's more convenient to subtract if I put parentheses here with a negative sign. So the third step here will be finding the difference between this one and 6x squared 9x, right? So do it to see what you get. Some of them will cancel. One of them actually will cancel. 6x squared and 6x squared will cancel, right? Is that correct? Because this negative is for 6x squared, negative is for 9x. So 6x squared minus 6x squared, 0. 17x minus 9 is 8.
Oh yeah,
8. X, right? And then what remains? 12 remains, right? So now, so you subtracted this, correct? So you should write it down here. So let me write it down in this way. So it shows that these two cancels. We don't have anything here, right? These two cancel. We don't have anything. These two subtracted. We have 8x and then 12 comes here, right? Okay? So now, we have 3 steps here, okay? If the difference you got here means this expression had a variable the same power as divisor, you still should continue. If the power is greater than, still you should continue. Greater than this one, still you should continue. But if power of this one is less than the power of divisor, you will stop. So now we should continue, correct? Because this is a power equal or more than the power of divisor. So let's start over from the first step. Now I should divide the first term of this by 2x, right? So we will repeat everything again. 8x divided by 2x is 4. Where we should put this? Do you remember we got 3x and we put that here? So now we got 4, it goes here as an answer. No, it's just 4, right?
Wait a minute, why is it 3x plus 4?
Because we found 3x previously, and then now we have 4.
Oh,
Okay? So, what was the next step after this? Here when we had 3x, we multiply 3x to each of these, right? All divisor. So now we should do the same thing. So the second step, now we have 4 should be multiplied to the divisor. 4 multiplies to 2x plus 3, right? So the same steps. We have 8x plus 12. Now you should know where we put this. Here, okay? Because when we got 6x squared plus 9x, we put that here. So it goes here now, the new answer. So we have 8x plus 12, right? And then the last step, I said let's subtract.
I have a question.
Let me write this down. So 0 goes here, correct? Now,
will you always get like the same like answer, like 8x plus 12, or will you like get different?
you will see. And now I will explain what exactly is happening. So, now we cannot continue anymore. Why? Because we don't have even a variable. So it means the variable here has a less power than the divisor, the thing I said. So we have to stop, okay? So this final constant we get here is the remainder of this division. So this is a remainder. Okay? Do you have a question? So it means we are dividing 4 by 2 and the answer is 2, correct? But the remainder is 0. So something like this, correct? So remainder of this division is 0. So how we write this down? This is the answer you want. Quotient. So we divided 6x squared plus 17x plus 12 by 2x plus 3, right? We did this, okay? This one is equal to 3x plus 4, okay? if you had any remainder, you would say, okay, remainder divide by the divisor. But now you have 0, means 0 divided by anything is 0, right? So you don't have to write it down. But if you have that, if you have remainder, you should write it down like that. Okay. Any question? So now, I will give you this. Okay. Try it. 6x power 3 plus 7 x squared plus 3 divided by 3x minus 1. Do the same thing to find a quotient and if there is any remainder. Okay? So this negative has effect on this one, this negative makes it positive.
Oh, so it's positive.
So where you should put this one? In here. 2x squared goes here. multiply 2x gives you 6x cubed. So what about 2x squared multiplied into 1? 1 is equal to 1. See, you didn't affect this 2x squared to the last term in parentheses. You left it 1. So you're gonna start over, right?
Yeah.
So let me see. First of all, you have 7x squared minus 2x squared. You don't get 9x squared. You will get 5 of them.
Because we subtract the 6, and then just my whole side.
So now you have 5x squared plus 3.
Which would go right here.
Okay. So you are starting over. So you are going to divide this 5x squared by 3x, right? Because
5x divided by 3x. Not this
5x squared divided by
3x.
3x.
And then here.
And then answer goes here. Now, find the answer goes here.
But then here. Because
You subtracted, right? So you got 5x squared plus 3. Instead of writing it down here, you wrote it down there. Did you find the answer? You multiply this to this one, right? You got 6x power 3 minus 2x squared.
but that becomes positive.
Yes. Now it becomes positive one. But the first one you told me, it
Yeah, I
was
know.
positive one. Sorry.
Yeah, but I just changed it to an addition sign. 0.6.
So you start over 5x squared divided by 3. So you you have 5 over 3. Oh, you know what happened? Okay. You have 7x squared. And you are going to subtract whatever is here from this one. So negative multiply negative is, so 7x squared plus 2x squared is 9.
So I did put 9.
Then when I was, yeah, because she had a different sign when she showed me, you know, but now you have a right sign. So now you have 9. Okay, you are right. So you know already what the right one is. 0 because you have a parentheses with negative sign, so you are subtracting this from this one, so everything becomes 0, right?
Yeah.
So here. So first of all, you have 6x power 2 divided by 3. Here you have power 2, right? And then you are multiplying this to each of these terms. First of all, this is power 2. So then you have 6x power 3, like this. It was correct. Minus.
That's what I it was like that.
Yeah. So this is correct now. And then you have negative here, then with the negative will, you know, change this from positive, and then you have plus. Good job. Good job. So you have x power 0 here, right? Thank you. We missed that. Thank you so much. You're right. So do you know what? So you have 9x squared plus x power 0, right? And then the 3 plus 3 to the right, and subtract it. Is this correct? Here, and then everything to right. Yes. And then you should continue y because still you have it here. You should divide 4. Oh, you know what? X power 0. This is x power 0. Right? So you won't have just 3x here because you don't have anything there. Right? So it will be 3x. So x power 0 now. So now you can continue, right? Now you can divide 3x by 3x. Should we add that x power 0? X power 1. Let me solve this. So there is something there. You don't see.
Did I do something wrong here?
Do you see that? If there is something wrong happening, correct? And I will show you.
So confusing.
2 of the students had that. You had that. You also had that. So now, let's see why at the end there is something happening. Either you get decimal or something different. Okay, so what we have.
Just 5 divided by 3 is.
We have 6x power 3 plus 7x power 2 plus 3 divided by 3x minus 1, right? So everything seems good. But there is something there. So when you are dividing a trinomial by binomial, first of all, you should organize your polynomial. So far, everything was organized. It seems organized. Do you remember standard form? The maximum power of x to the minimum power of x. We organize it like that way. So now, it seems organized. But there is one of these x power something is missing. What is missing? X power?
I don't know.
X power 1, correct? X power 1 is missing. So what you should do? 6 x power 3 plus 7 x power 2 plus 0 x power 1.
Wait,
Right?
Why?
Because it's 0.
Wait, what's 0?
It was hidden and we brought it back, right?
Wait, hidden
Am
from
I right?
Hidden from what?
Okay. We have x power 3, right? We have x power 2 now, right? And now we brought back x power 1. Because we didn't have it here, means it was 0 multiplied at x power 1, right? Okay? We make it like this. So whenever we have some power of x which is missing, we should write it down in this way. 0 x power 1 or 0 x power whatever was missing. Okay?
What do you mean what was missing?
Because look, 6x power 3 plus 7x power 2, and then where is x power 1? Because we have x power 0, right? Now do you see that? Correct? Because last time we talked about this, x power 0 is 1, right? Okay, so we write it down in this way. Now we are ready to divide it by 3x minus 1. And actually this one should be a standard form and organized, which is organized and a standard form, right? So now we do. So we have 6x power 3 plus 7x power 2 plus 0, x power 1 plus 3. And then we have 3x minus 1, correct? Now we are ready to apply all the method steps we know. We divide 6x cubed by 3x. So the first step, 6x power 3 divided by 3x is equal to 2x power 2, correct? So 2x power 2. Then next step, what we do? 2x power 2 multiplied by
3x minus 1.
Right? So we have 6x power 3 minus 2x power
Of 2.
2. Write it down here. 6x power 3 minus 2x power 2. And then you are going to subtract 5 x squared. It's funny because I was telling her she had different signs, so that's what I told her this is not 9, 7 minus 2 is 5. And then everyone else changed their answer because I saw 3 of you change their answer. So 5x squared was correct. Okay? If you have all the correct sign, you should get this one. Plus 0x power 1 plus 3.
Oh my god.
So I forgot to write it down. So 6x power 3 plus 7x power 2 plus 0x power 1 plus 3 minus 6x power 3 minus 2x power 2 is equal to 5x power 2 plus 0x power 1 plus. Am I right?
Yeah, do we have to write all of this?
No, you don't have to. You don't have to. This is just the first 2 examples I'm solving. So I write down everything for you. So in case you want to review, you know what exactly. You don't have to, okay? So what is the next step? Now we are going to again divide 5x power 2 by 3x.
Uh, 1.6 by 1.6.
Why it's like that? Why some of you got 5x, some of you got 9x, and finally we changed it. 9x was correct.
See? I freaking told you. I told you.
No, you had a different
No,
sign.
I had
You
9x.
confused me.
I
You
had
plus
9x.
here.
I had, yeah, because at 7 and 2
So
is
is this
9.
correct? Does this make sense? If you have a plus here, you have 7x minus 2, right? So that was wrong.
I know I put 9x. And then you were like,
That's
no,
all
it's,
your fault.
it's not my fault. It was a subtraction, and then I put addition.
Now we are doing good, right?
I told you.
No. Okay. Then this goes
I
Now it's correct, right?
yes.
Okay. So 3x we have plus 3x. Good?
Wait. Hold on.
Is this correct now?
Yeah.
So We divided this one by this one, and now we are going to multiply 3x by 3x minus 1, 9x squared minus 3x, right? So we write it down here. Now we should subtract it. 9x squared plus 0x power 1 plus 3 minus 9x power 2 minus 3x is equal to these two cancels. 0x power 1 plus 3x power 1 is 3x, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have this here, 3x plus 3, correct?
Why is it?
Because of that 0x power 1, so we put it there because now we can add them together and write it down in a kind of easier way. So we'll have 3x power 1. So shall I continue?
Yes.
Yes, why? Because this one has power 1 and this one is power 1. So this one is still not less than this power. So we should continue until we don't see any x.
Oh, just kidding.
Correct? So now we should continue. Then we should divide this by 3x, right? I'm dividing this one by this one, correct? So 1 goes here, correct? Correct?
Yes.
So then 1 multiplies to the divisor, and we have 3x minus 1, which is going here. Am I right? So we have a remainder there, huh? Okay. So 3 plus 1 is
4.
4. 2. 3 plus 1 is 4. Right? That was simple. So we have a remainder 4.
Or remainder of what? Though.
Remainder of this division. This one by this one. Okay? So let me write it down here. How we can write it down? 6x power 3 plus 7x power 2 plus 3 divided by 3x minus 1 is equal to, the answer was 2x power 2 plus 3 x plus 1 plus, we have a remainder, right? So 4 divided by the divisor is 3x minus 1. Okay?
So if you do get to like another 2 steps,
You should continue.
yeah, I know that, but you would divide 3x and 3x, and you would get that from step 3.
If you had any
Yeah,
x power remaining.
but if you don't have an x power,
Stop. You will stop. Like the last part, we stop because we don't have any like 4x or anything like that.
yeah.
Okay? Okay.
Oh my god.
So our class is from
We have 15 minutes.
14 minutes.
15.
It's 1:31.
No, because we wasted 1 minute on recognizing 9 and 5.
That was your fault.
Actually, it was my fault. I said 5.
Let's find this. This one. So don't forget 0 multiply x power 2, 0 multiply x power 1, correct?
Okay, so how do you know there's gonna be like a 0x power?
Here, you know that because you have x power 3 and then you're missing x power 2, you're missing x power 1.
Oh.
Right?
So if you're missing powers.
I said
I
missing.
I'm
didn't I?
just making sure. Because she's gonna put one on the exam just like that to try and mark points off.
Yes.
Then I'm gonna be confused.
I'm that cruel, I know.
Yes.
Okay, try it. All up here.
Oh my gosh.
I want to see what is your answer.
Hey, can you set it up, right?
Huh? What? What is it? What is it?
Can you put it like this for us? Is that right?
Yes.
Did you put
Adding what?
never mind. I'm good. Oh, she's
I'm probably gonna put this in the wrong form and watch. I just don't know.
Plus.
I already freaking forgot.
Oh, wait, why am I doing this?
Zero.
We have to put them in the app. Wait, hold on.
Oh, thank God.
Hey, my thing is done. Can you come check it, please?
Okay, so 16x square multiply this one, you were right. 16x square multiply this one, you have a negative sign, so So you have a parenthesis here. As you are saying, you have something like this. Because when you put here, I think this just belongs to this one and doesn't have effect on this one. Now that's right. So you are right.
Am I?
Yeah? Yeah, because you said I think here maybe there is a negative sign. Check it again. So you have multiply this one, this confuses me. So this one you're right, and then
Good. Are you done?
No, this is taking forever.
It should not.
I'm taking my time.
Okay, so let's see. If you think you are doing good, just continue, okay? I will write it down and then you can check your answer, okay? So we have 16. What was 16? 5, 80. Yeah. X squared.
This one is in one and two.
Have you started with this one? Still got time.
Check it.
Oh yeah.
X, huh?
Wait.
100x, correct?
Now I'm confuzzled. I need help.
X minus 125. And then now 100x divided by 4. X is, what was that, 25? And then 25 goes here. And then 25 multiplies to 4. X minus 5. 100x minus 20. 125. Right? 100x minus 125. So, did you get the same answer?
Yes.
Okay, good. No? So what was wrong? What you did wrong? Did you check that? Did you put 0x squared 0x power 1? Okay. So check the steps. Yes.
I need help on something.
Okay, after. Okay. Anyone else? You got this?
No, actually, 16x squared was 5x plus 20. What I did was I simplified 20x.
Here?
Yeah, with the 20x, I actually simplified. I still made it 5x.
You cannot simplify. Yeah, you should not simplify in the middle. So you said 80x divided by 4x is 20x, and then you simplify that? Oh no, you cannot. So keep it like that. I mean, as soon as you divide them and you got 20x, that's the answer. And it goes to the top part. Correct? Okay. no, after I finish this class. So we have 4 more minutes. Let's just quickly, I will show you the synthetic division.
Oh my gosh.
Which is very complex. Synthetic.
Synthetic. Synthetic.
Okay, I'm going to use the same and first example we used, okay? This one. Look at this. We want to use another method, synthetic division. And it's so easy, just like 1, 2, 3, you find the answer. So you have 6x power 2 plus 17x plus 12 divided by, divisor is 2x plus 3. Actually, let's make it easier. X plus 3, just x plus 3. Okay, we are going to use this x plus 3, not this one. Okay? So, to use synthetic division, first of all, put x plus 3 equals 0. Solve this equality for x. What you get, x equal negative 3, right? Then you have negative 3 here, and you will write down all the coefficients of this trinomial. 6, 7, 12. Listen.
Wait, you
6, 7?
You mean 17.
17, 12. Correct? Do you see that? Write down all the coefficients, and here we have zeros of divisor. 0 of divisor means solve the divisor for 0 to find x. So now, put a line here. The first number goes there without any change. Okay? Okay, so now we are ready to start. 6 multiply negative 3 goes here. 6 multiply negative 3 is negative 18, right? So the first step, I multiplied this number 6 to negative 3 to get negative 18, right? Now, add these two numbers together. So you have negative 1 here, right? Correct? Now, again, multiply negative 1 now to negative 3. You get positive 3, right? Now, add these two together. You will get 15. Correct? So this number here is remainder. And then as you remember, these were just coefficient. Correct? So these are also coefficient. From here we have, this is the coefficient of x power 0, and then this increases to x power 1, and if we had more, we had x power 2, x power 3, x power whatever. So we start with x power 0, which we know it's constant, right? So our answer can be written as 6x plus, actually, minus 1, right? Correct?
Yes.
So we divided this by this one. So let's put that here, x plus 3. And then our answer is 6x minus 1 plus, we have a remainder, right? Remainder is 15 divided by the divisor. Okay. Do you have any questions? Okay, next time we will continue, solve more examples, and still we are in chapter